But what kind of... Is there a group of people who are really offensive about this? Damn. Is it really an offense even so?
Oh my goodness.
What hurts people the most? What do you see that makes people lose control and say what?
You, as an entrepreneur, know that when you touch on sensitive issues, the first thing people do is attack you.
Right?
Especially those who don't have the courage to show their face and do their own work. But that's another matter. What happens is, I've been accused of being a mercenary, I've been accused of deceiving people. Vulgar to see, the pocket is tight, deceiving people. I've been accused of working for QV, wow. Man, the list is long, and I'm sparing the vocabulary to avoid using vulgar language here. But the insults, they are strong.
Yeah. And you, in fact, didn't get anything from QVAV, right?
Nothing. I sold a lot because of QVAV. That's what I sold. Indeed. But my QVAV was what I bought. The company never approached me.
Is that the name of the company?
Either it's QVAV or it's MVAV. M-I-V-A-V-E. I think the name of the company is MVAV. Yeah, I think that's what I say.
It's MVAV?
But they never approached me. I never approached the guys. My QB, I bought it, and I made the videos. I sold a lot because of those videos. Because, again, it's cheap gear. If you put in a good quality IR, the sound is very good.
Which is equipment that a lot of people already have. And the guy must have been a bit disappointed too. Yes. Yeah, because there are some funny things, right, man? Here's the thing. When you're a professional musician, naturally, you're going to be able to get a better sound than an amateur musician. You keep doing it your way, which is something that's already... It's unconscious here, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll often see a guy with a pure cover there getting a good sound. He buys it here and says, man, it's...
Because the main nourishment for Timberland is the musician, right? And it will always come first, right? Like Thor 4. Thor 4 gets sound even from a souvenir can, man. There's no way. The guy playing is your age. Technology has allowed you to get an exceptional sound. I know that Zoom has already entered the impulse responses market, and there are cheaper pedal boards that accept it. There's Valeton Valeton, which I've already reviewed.
You also paid for the pedal?
No, they gave it to me. But they gave it to me I talked to the Chinese representative of the brand there, had a chat, showed her my Instagram. She handed it over and gave me 2 pedals. You did.
Ready the review?
Nothing. It never sent me an email asking, doesn't even know if you did it. But anyway, Valeton, great cost benefit. I think $200 new? Maybe. You have to check. Just get it cheap, man, I put it. The cool IRs have a great Dumbo in there, a great Vox. You know, me playing there, doing a review, thinking, should I take my quad cortex out of the house? It's because I live in the United States, it's safer. So I have more peace of mind taking expensive gear out of the house. But if I lived in Brazil, man, still, I wouldn't take a quad out of the house. Maybe I wouldn't even have a quad.
Yeah, because it's the price of a car.
Price of a car. But excellent. Valeton and Hotone are the same company.
Yeah, going to say that.
2 different price ranges. Hotone has the Ampero. Empire 2. The stage version came out.
Man, fantastic. That little white one. I think it's the 2.
Looks like a stormtrooper.
Exactly.
The pedal board is great. I think it's $400 new. Starts at a certain price level.
And another thing. Touch screen. Touch screen. It already has the IR loader.
Has an IR load.
The only effect I didn't like was the rotary speaker. The only one I didn't like. Other than that.
For you to buy a pedal board that has 585 effects and you don't like one, you're in profit.
It's all good.
You're in profit?
And so I didn't like it. I'll tell you, I didn't like it just because I found it had few parameters for you to control its MIC with your own sound. Because with the rotary speaker, it's important to have your clean sound and the rotaries. So I don't think it's important. No, for me it is. But the 100% of it, man, didn't come. Oh yes, okay. That's why I missed bringing it. But man, damn, you're going to use... I play rock metal. I'm not going to use the rock. It's like, it's there. Oh, cool, okay. It's not, okay. But, damn, it's worth it. Man, it's very honest. It fits in the guitar bag.
And then you can start moving up in price range. I can talk about pedal boards here until tomorrow morning.
4 rooms are what? $700.
It's a bit of a stab.
You buy that, you have to get married and stay married.
And mine was bought. I'm a partner of Neural. But my relationship with Neural came after I bought. Then it was through email. Hi, how are you? My name is Andy. I'm from Brazil. I'm cool. I make a nice barbecue.
I'm cool. It's great.
But nowadays, with virtually any pedal board, you can get a good sound. Obviously, the more expensive the pedal board, the better the quality of the effects mainly, and the better the range of features. A Killwave won't have a rotary.
No.
It won't. There's not even space. There's a knob for you to adjust the rotary, but the Ampero does. The Velton does. And then you start getting into the pricier range. That's where Line 6 comes, these pedal boards. And then you have people going for the high end, the most expensive. That's where Fractal, Neural, and obviously Camper come in, which is still there. And also Line 6 with the Helix, which is quite pricey. And Boys also has the GT1000. They have the GT1000. It's a crazy thing, but honestly, it's like giving Usain Bolt's running shoes to a 5th grader who just started running on the school won't make a difference. It's much better for him to work on becoming a good runner so that when he becomes a runner, once he reaches the top level, having those top shoes will make a difference.
And that's a discussion. It's not that it's complicated, it's simple. But people will always find some flaw in communication. Because, man, I think I sent something the other day. It was with rope.
08. I have ropes 08. I have the apps only 08. A lot of hate because of 08. You defending 08. A lot of.
And then I made some videos, some posts, and I saw all the responses, some points that I didn't address. And I made another video addressing all those points.
But then there was a point. I'm laughing in anticipation because I already know what's coming.
I said, in this video, now I'm going to cover all the points. But the tuning, like this, right? Man, here, I meant that it goes out of tune more. I said, man, the whole problem is the guy rotating a 0.8 and wanting to play as if it were 0.10. Of course, it's going to go out of tune. Your grip is disproportionate. You use 0.8 to play with more lightness and less stress. Totally. But that's what we do. Make a video demystifying. There are people who have a reason to. There's even some kind of interesting point of view. For example, you use drop hair. It really will get very deep.
It will tune a tone lower.
It really doesn't make sense for you to use it because you've already achieved comfort by tuning a tone lower. But I was looking for comfort to play with less stress and everything with 08 standard tuning. It met all my needs and nothing was lost, you know?
You don't need to go far. The great godfather of heavy strings in the world is Steve Ray Vaughan. Everyone used 013. At first, he didn't use it. 013 for the first show, 012. It wasn't even 012 or 03. It was a completely customized set of strings. He chose the gauge of each of those strings. Do I know it by heart? No, I don't because I didn't memorize it. But the high E string was a 013. And the C, it wasn't equivalent to a set of 0x13. It starts there.
Because let's agree, 0x13 standard tuning on a Strat with a 25.5 scale.
Standard, no.
My friend, you need to have a hand to do a bend like he did.
There's no way.
But he turned it down. Full step down.
Half a step down already. But even so. And you know that he started suffering from tendonitis at the end of his career before he passed. And what deeply irritates me about this mystique is that people don't take into account the main element of Steve Ray Vaughan, which is Steve Ray Vaughan himself.
Exactly.
So, you can whine as much as you want. Everyone will. There's no way to escape that. Your job is to get a nice sound the way you like with what you like. You do that, applause. Now play. I want to hear your music.
That's it. Thank you for watching this clip from Starling Cast. You can watch the full episode here in the video description. And take advantage if you're a guitarist to join the largest virtual school in Brazil, exclusive for guitarists, by tapping on the QR code. Or else, in the video description. I'll be waiting for you there.